The excitement is in the air at this gold medal game here at the U15 National Tournament. My name is Shandell Oliver. It is my pleasure to be a part of the production team today, along with the ALN crew, to bring you this game live and free between Lightning and the Ice for the championship here at the tournament. Joining me on commentary is Natasha Bronkhorst. Tash, welcome back.
Thank you very much, Shandell.
And we've got, I guess, a SA v Vic game in front of us, which is going to be a fantastic clash of lacrosse. I can't actually pick a winner at this point, or even because I haven't seen a lot of it this week, but I just know that it's going to be a huge battle and I can't wait for it. Lots of noise happening around us, lots to be excited about as the girls set up for the opening draw. And this is such a crucial part of the game, is the draw, and certainly can dictate the way the game goes. A ball is drawn high, trying to grab it out of the air is the Ice. Ball on the ground to be picked up. Lightning able to capitalise, carrying the ball down into the offence. And a good start here, good, nice, slow possession for the Lightning as they make the ball away around their offence. Gets it through X. As I am just grabbing my team list now. The ball is deep. Looking for a topside drive there.
Oh, way to get our hands free, except goalie saw that. There was no change in the angle on that shot, so great job by the goalie to see that and save that shot.
So Sophia Mead with an early opportunity. She did win the fastest shot competition this week for the girls, so I expect big things from her. Goalie now looking for an outlet, and the Vic girls working really hard. Sends it across there to Rosso. Ball on the deck to be won. There's a fight for the ground ball, picked up by Ice. Rosso with the ball now.
And the Ice is just taking the ball behind. Their opportunity now to have a look in offence.
Ball with Newberry. Newberry wanting a cutter. Skip passes it across the top there to Carroll. Little fumble with the ball. Carroll trying to pick it up. There's a good fight for the ground ball. Picked up by Morgan. Morgan now with the ball. Going to carry. It's a penalty on the play for a push. We'll see the Ice player move 4 metres behind. Ball has help at the top in Newton.
And with that, the ball is back in the Lightning attack.
Oh, wow, and a player on the crease. And that is a score there from Napoli. Ella Napoli to open the scoring this afternoon in this championship game.
And that was very nice lacrosse IQ. She just saw her teammate open on the crease with no one really on her. Gave her a beautiful pass that she could just catch and put away.
Yeah, great release there from Ella Napoli. I'm just trying to see if the assist has been counted, but I can't see it at this point. Ball back in the centre. Ava Gibson is taking on. I'm just trying to see the number of the other player. Ava Gibson has been big this week. I know she's certainly got an MVP for the Lightning. So I expect her to be a key player in this team. Ball not drawn high enough there.
So they're just going to redraw that.
So Newberry and Gibson going to go head to head again. So it didn't draw over the shoulders of the two players.
And with that, the umpire has reset it up.
And that
much
one is
better.
high.
Great pick out of the air as well. It goes Lightning's way again.
And Gibson, obviously with some speed, wants to go straight to the middle. Look at her. She gets pushed to the side, takes the shot anyway. She probably wanted to either change hands or weave her way back to the centre of the fan, but that's okay. Ball now with an outlet through to the Ice girls. Balls hit the deck. Ball to be won. Picked up there by Sakal. Sakal going to carry.
And there's no one really to give her an outlet pass at all.
Sophia Mead playing her. Ball at the top now with Rosso. Looking for a cutter in the middle. Finds one. Great save there from the Lightning keeper. That's Nina Swadling. Ball has fallen at the back of her cross. She picks it up. No harm, no foul. Needs an outlet. Oh, intercept there by Boma. It was roll out of play, which we'll see Gibson bring the ball back in. Sorry, it's not Gibson, it's Mead. And Mead just going to run. She's athletic. She's going to turn on the Jets. I believe she's from Brighton. I could be wrong. Ball now with Francis. Francis going to carry. Strong ball carrier. in her right hand.
And
Takes
just
a
shot.
shot. Oh, wow, what a goal.
And she just kind of made contact with the defender and then stepped off to create a bit of separation and then released the shot straight away. So before the defender could re-engage, she already released that.
Yeah, and stick height high just over the stick of the keeper. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful shot. And so we've got a 2-0 ball game in favour of the Lightning. So Chelsea Francis gets herself on the board. Back to the draw. On field 2, we currently have Southern Cross taking on Thunder. But back to this game, Tash, what's happening in the draw?
Just another draw control. No one's really had possession yet. It's just been flicked up by an Ice player, but it looks like it's going to be picked up by Lightning. So 3 draws their way.
Francis now with the ball, sends it deep into the offense there with Morgan. Morgan going to carry, looks to want to dodge her player, goes to X instead. Got help out that side, decided to use it. That's Napoli. Napoli gives it across to Gibson. Gibson just taking some time to see what she wants to do.
Trying to step her defender, but nice crash by the Ice, although they crashed into themselves. Just resetting now.
And Mead with the ball at the top. Mead being guarded there by Rosso. I think this is going to be a good matchup today.
She's just moving her defender a little bit down, so she looks like she wants to come dodge over the top.
Yeah, go top side.
And there she is. Nice contact by the defender.
Ball's on the deck. Picked up there by Morgan. Keeps possession in Lightning stick.
Oh, there's an open player right on the crease, but they just didn't see that in time.
And looking to go topside is Ella Napoli. Finds a player at the top. That's Mead. Going to send it low. Now she wants to go topside with the ball. That's Gibson.
And the slide comes. They just need to, I think, draw 2 and then find the open player. They're really a little bit stagnant at the moment.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of ball movement happening on the off ball
on the other ball side,
yeah. And Ice doing a great job on the crashes and the slides. Ball on the deck to be won, picked up by Gibson. Going to stay with her. So a little bit of contact there. I think it was Bemar that made it. And Gibson wanting to step her defender, trying to get underneath. Shot! Wowee, no angle.
And I was going to say, I think it just helped that she had a little bit of height to just put that over both her defender and the goalie.
And just literally popped it over the top and just dunked it in the net. And that sees the Lightning 3-0. And that's 3 different goal scorers as well for the Lightning. So obviously they're willing to share the ball around. Yeah. 7:55 to play in the first. So much to play for here. It's the gold medal game.
And this is what we're all here for, is ultimately to see who's going home, like you said, with the silverware.
Yep, 100%. And they will be going home because it will be leaving Western Australia because both these teams are from the East Coast. As the ball is on the ground to be won, going to go the way of the Lightning. In the stick of Francis to start play. And Francis now with a quick start. She's got wheels. She's also got help there.
She should probably look inside there for her teammate. Was wide open because she drew her player.
Yeah, she certainly put the pressure on with that drive. Ball now in the back corner with Newton. Sorry, that's Morgan. Morgan now looking for an option inside. She's being guarded there by McAllen.
And there's no one really to give her a relief pass to. There we go. Finally, someone presented.
Yeah, they've got
great cut on the inside.
And opened up a lane here as well, so if she does want to go. 42, which is Gibbons, just needs to cut through to open some space. But, the same shot again from Ava Gibson. Just a repeat of what she did a few moments ago. Gets another one on the board, so that's her second.
And if I think if I'm the Ice team players here, I'll probably just step up and make a little bit of contact with her a little bit earlier so she can't get that close to goal. But here, timeout called, and I think just to kind of reset from the coaches for the Ice team, tell them to sort of, calm down, make contact, play their own game. The goals will come if you do the good, like the little basics, right?
Yeah, 100%. And yeah, like the slides have been really good from the Ice. The defensive pressure's been great. They just can't stop them. And when it seems that Ava Gibson is taking that step, getting underneath with that stick protection, and then just using her height to pop it over the top. I've just got to slow that down. But it's 4-0. It's 6:30 to play in the first quarter of this championship game. There is more lacrosse on this afternoon as well, with the boys' one championship game will follow. Phantoms are taking on the Warriors in that one. It's so hard because I'm so used to calling WA, SA, Victoria. You can hear the Ice Girls cheer. It's quite loud. I'm sure the field might pick that one up. But because they're not wearing the traditional colours, I'm like, hang on a second. I've got to make sure I'm saying they're from the right state. But it is a SAV Victoria final this afternoon as well. And a ball back at the draw.
And it looks like the Ice have decided to start with 4 players in the defensive end instead of the traditional 3.
Ball in the centre. Whistle goes.
And straight draw pick up, but this one might go still loose on the ground, and it goes the way of the Lightning. There was a bit of a push.
Good
they're going to call
control.
a block there instead.
Good control by Mead. She just tucked the stick in and wore the pressure, and she just gets up and grabs the possession, and she wants to go, and here she is now. She's got help out the side. She sees it too. It's Mossop. Mossop with a bit of a fumble, able to collect that. No problem at all. Sends it down to the back corner. It's Napoli. Now the drive starts there with Gibbons. Gibbons wants to get inside and do the same move as Ava Gibson, but wasn't able to. Picked up off the ground by the Ice, and a fast break opportunity here. Sees the player ahead of her. That's Bomar. Bomar wanting to go. She's got an opportunity to shoot it. Sends it to her teammate. What a great team play. Still ball with Wilson. Wilson sees a cutter on the crease. Wow, we've got some action happening here now.
That was very unselfish play. She had 3 players on her and just passed it to her teammate. That's the stuff. If you were a coach, you would be very happy with that. No goal from that, but it will come. You just keep doing the basics, right?
So ball now with McAllen over to Rosso.
And she's going to cut through, create some space for her.
Just saw Bomar bring her defender towards the ball carrier. And now ball with Bomar. Bomar wanting to...
A bit of a skip step and over the top, and she shot unfortunately high to high, but apart from that, everything else was done very, very well.
Sorry, that's Sakal that had the ball. I think Sakal actually played in the Senior Nationals this year for New South Wales, but I could be wrong. But I definitely know the name, as the ball is carried by Mead into the offense for the Lightning. As mentioned, it's a 4-0 ball game, 6:30 to play. Ava Gibson with the ball now at the top. She wants to go. Look at that little skip step, trying to get inside, rolls back to top side.
There's a flag on the play for a push.
So Ava Gibson to line up on the 11 metre for a free shot.
I'm a little bit surprised that I don't have... oh, here we go. Ice players just rearranging. I was going to say, surely you have one on either side of her.
Step down shot and a goal there by Ava Gibson. She is stamping her mark on this final early. That's her 3rd. She's got a hat trick in the first quarter. She must be feeling good about that.
And they're just going to quickly do a stick check on her as well.
So Sarah McAllen was in the U16 team for the Aussies that went to Jeju. And Ava Gibson, a prodigy from the Sturt Lacrosse Club. So lots of info coming in on the socials, which is helpful for me to be able to talk credibly about the players. As we go back to the centre draw again.
And that one's been set up as well. And this one has gone the way of the Ice. It's been knocked out there. And Lightning pick it up.
Yeah, that's Sophia Mead again. She's been big in this game.
There's going to be a card.
Yeah, I was going to say time's gone. Time's being held, which means a card is being distributed. That is going to number 11, Esti Rosso, for a check to the head. And that means Lightning will go into a 6-on-5 offensive opportunity in their attack. So they will just be hopefully trying to work the ball out and find the open player. They've given it across there to Francis. Francis already got a number on the board today. Looking back inside, Francis with a shot. It was disrupted by the play, and there's been some contact, Tash.
I was following the shot there, but I think it might have been from the follow. Well, she was the one shooting, so maybe when they tried to sort of intercept the shot. But there's another yellow card for a check to the head.
So Megan Brand coming off there, and she'll sit for 2 minutes. So now it's a 6-on-4 opportunity for the Lightning.
And it's a free shot from the 11.
Vic's certainly not scared to make contact in this game, but they need to take care. It is a final. Wow, what a goal. She certainly earned that one, taking the pressure there, Chelsea Francis, and puts that one away. Lovely goal.
And with that, it is right back to the middle.
So now we can see, because the Ice have got 2 yellow cards, they will start with no one. Oh, I think one's just been released.
I think it's one behind the restraining line.
Yeah, so one behind in their restraining line in their attack, and they'll still play with 3 defenders in their defence. So Sakar, the lone attacker there in the Vic offensive zone at the moment until the card is released.
And that was a great draw straight up. And it goes the way of the Lightning. They've just generally come up with most of the balls through the middle. There's a couple of open players. You should look for one more.
Gibson to Mead. Mead then unselfishly passes it off. Ball on the ground to be won. Trying to be picked up there by Lind.
And with that, the ball is behind. There's no need to rush. You've got, plenty of time and, plenty of players. So they just need to move the ball and look for the open player. And there she is right up the top.
And that's Mead. There's a penalty on the play, or a flag. Trying to get inside, wants to shoot.
And great save by the goalie.
Yeah, she changed to her left, so good move. But she didn't want to go on the free possession shot, and the ball will transition now with the Victorians down to their offense. And they've got numbers if they want to go, and I reckon she does want to go.
And she might have a shooting space call.
McAllen.
She did very well to catch the ball from, the defensive end and carry it. And while the defenders slid to her, no one really made contact to stop her momentum. So she was able just to keep going and shoot one past the goalie.
Yeah, lovely goal there from McAllen. And I believe that they were in a woman down and to score. But sometimes, Tash, I find that unsettled play where, you actually have more players to play the ball, that can cause confusion. And, that could have been the knock-on effect of the defenders getting back to their defensive zone.
And I also think, sometimes if you're man down, you just work harder because you know that, you don't have as many men on the pitch as what the other team does. So you tend to work a lot harder. And like you said, sometimes it just goes your way.
So we're back to the draw. 5.5 minutes still to play in this one. It's a 4-1 game.
And it goes again the way of the Lightning. The first penalty has been released.
Yeah, the middies from the Lightning are doing a great job on the draw. And looking for an option inside, decides to use X. That's Ava Gibson. Is she going to try that little move? There it is again.
And there's a flag on the play for a 3 second. So you can't be in the fan for more than 3 seconds unless you are actively marking an attacker.
Ava Gibson with a challenging angle. I reckon if I was her, I'd be trying to run to the middle of the field and then release it. But she's just going to step down and shoot. And absolutely no problem for her when she sticks that one. Nice bounce and actually bounced up to the non-stick side, hip height high, which is such a hard shot for a keeper to save.
And I think great variety on her shots. So a couple have been over the top. That one was a bouncer. So I think you've got to keep changing it up to keep the goalie guessing. So she's been doing a great job.
That's her 4th goal of the game.
And it's only quarter 1.
I know. Wowee. She is having a day. Got Rachel Boys joining us online, watching the game from South Australia, just outside of Brighton. I think Nalunga is the name of the place where Rach is watching from as the ball is drawn. That is Gibson again. I nearly said Ava Durinkov, that she's from another team. And Ava Gibson now trying to step her defender. Gets around, good stick protection, takes a shot, gone wide, backed up there by McGregor.
And with that, the Lightning is going to bring it in again from just a behind goal. And dodging again, great defensive there.
Chelsea Francis trying to get inside, not available. Yeah, really good sliding from the Ice Girls. And a shot, how did she get free? And to reigning goals, Jade Lind.
And we've been talking about this, changing hands. If you're confident to, drive one way and then roll the other, shoot with the opposite hand, you're just so much more versatile, and that was exactly what happened there. So great goal there.
Yeah, Jade Lynn, she backed herself indeed and put that one away. So I think it's a 5-1. I don't know if our our stats are up to date. So I'm just trying to see the scoreboard. To make sure that the score is accurate. We've got a timeout. Still saying 5:30 on my clock, so I don't know if ours is frozen. And just a bit confused about the score because Ice have definitely got one. But we'll update our tech. That's not my job. So I'm putting the production crew to work.
You're only the voice of this operation.
So Lightning haven't had as many assisted goals. They do like to drive. So the ones we are seeing today are obviously pretty special and they're doing a really great job. Like I said, I think Ava Gibson's got 4 now. So she's
Working hard for her team.
She's absolutely working hard for her team. And 4 in a quarter of a national final.
Most people only see that, 4 in a game. So
If you're lucky, right?
if you're lucky, that's very true. So I think the momentum's definitely in favour of the Lightning. And, if I was their coach, I would just say, keep the throttle on, keep it going. And if I was, coach of the Ice, it's just, I think, step up, be a little bit more aggressive and, take good quality shots, high percentage shots.
Yeah, I think that the draw is certainly playing the way of the Lightning. They've won pretty much every
Most
single
of
one of
them.
them. And that's certainly where they've been able to capitalise. So Ice need to do something to disrupt this draw
Yes.
to stop Lightning's momentum. And there goes the draw now.
Oh, great pick out of the air.
Ava Gibson again as the ball comes down
And
this
she's
way.
just being checked from behind. That is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. If you get checked from behind, your teammate's supposed to tell you that someone's there.
And a good hustle there from Brand as she's going to carry the ball. A nice trail check, though, to disrupt Ava Gibson as the ball is run down by Brand. Brand obviously got eyes on the prize. Finds help at X.
And this is the Ice's opportunity now to maybe just, have a touch. And if they get the first goal of the quarter, I think that will definitely help with confidence.
Absolutely agree. Ball on the deck now, picked up by Rosso. Still with the ball. Looking for a player to pop out now. That player's going to cut through. Rosso going to run the ball through X. Players working hard.
She's got a lot of space on the right-hand side of the goal.
The ISO's there, but the slide
Oh,
came.
great catch, though.
Sakal with the ball now. Good defensive pressure there from the Lightning. Sakal now taking the ball out the back and waiting for the right opportunity. Good move by Sakal, good control. McAllen with the ball.
And it looks like she's looking for a cutter. She's looking to feed. And now she might go again. And great intercept there. I think it looked like there was a stick there for a Lightning person.
Oh, I thought they hit the keeper, but McAllen actually did a really nice move. She face dodged, she pulled it across her body, brought it back to free her hands, just wasn't able to stick it. And there was certainly a save or something else happening out there.
And with that, the Ice now have ball behind Cole. It's a left-hander player driving, a great crash from the Lightning. And that is a shooting space call. And with that, they're just setting up. Umpires are just ranging people down, players down there. And she's going to run in. Great control, great bounce shot. And they are going to do another stick check here. Chantal, that was just, penalty shot off the 11, ran it in, great bounce shot. I think it's a bit wet here, so the bounce shots appear to be working for most of the players who have tried them.
Yeah, and this ground does have a lot of bounce, which is certainly, if you're an attacker,
That's what
heaven.
you want.
Yeah, heaven, although I don't throw many bounce shots. but maybe I should,
Especially if you're here.
Yeah, that's the problem. Though this is Wembley Lacrosse Club is hosting this tournament, but this is not our home ground. So we do live at Florida Oval up the street. We've probably moved 100 metres down the road to Alderbury Reserve because our season has ended, which means we no longer have access to our grounds. But this is a great place to play. And when I was many, many years ago, a child, this is where we used to train. So good to be back on the old stomping ground.
And with that, we are right back in the middle for another draw control. And I was going to say, surely you'd have to redo that. I don't think that went quite high enough. And they're just switching, Ice is just switching the players in the middle. Maybe try something new. There we go. And that one has, Ice has won cleanly. So nice draw, nice shot, nice save from the keeper, however. However, Ice have got the backup or the rebound. And there's a player there open, calling for the ball. Great shot.
And that's going to count. So because the ball was released just as the whistle went, that one sticks and Ice have got some momentum.
And I think just even changing it up a little bit in the middle, like they won it from the, like, you know, the middle, went and had a shot, got the backup, had another go.
Yep.
That's what you want. And now you want to sort of capitalise on this momentum, so keep going.
Yeah, they've certainly, since that break, had a chat. And it's an 8-3 ball game. Ava Gibson back at the centre. She wants to play. And I think that's, is it Sakal?
Sakal, yep.
In there.
She did a great job on the previous face-off as well. There we go, another one high up in the air. Almost won cleanly, but this one goes the way of the Lightning.
Francis going to carry, looking to go to the middle of the goal.
And there's a bit of a push there.
Referee saw what you saw, Tash.
I like it when I and the referees agree. That's always a good start.
Knows you're doing the right thing. And Chelsea Francis to line up on the 11. Just seeing if there's a 2-on-1 opportunity. I'm not seeing much of that at the moment.
No, I think it's because they have two players behind goal, like sort of two on the foot, like two next to the goal, and then one behind goal. And then one hanging out a little bit to the far side. That was a great look.
So they were trying to isolate Sophia Mead, which they did a really good job. She just wasn't able to stick it. And ball now at X in the stick of McGregor. Ball now with Gibson.
And she looks ready to dodge, but defender's not biting just yet.
Ball now back with Chelsea Francis. Chelsea Francis certainly confident with her dodge, and here she goes again. Now ball at the top in the stick of Mead.
And she definitely has a lot of space. Can either go over the top or under the bottom.
Look at this isolation that they've created for Ava as well now. So looking for the cut inside, and now Ava Gibson's going to trail.
And there's a flag on the play with the shot, but a save from the goalie. Ooh. She almost missed the re-effort on the ground ball, but she's got it there.
Good outlet.
Clear.
Yeah, great job by Merritt, but just unable to hit the player. Ball is going to be picked up by Jade Lind. Ball on the ground, there's a check. Persinger wants that one. She's going to get it. Great job to be persistent on the second effort with Persinger. Going to carry the ball now.
And with that, Storm now has the ball. Oh, sorry. Ice now has the ball.
I know, well, there is a storm approaching, and it is cold, so I can see why you are confused, Ash. The goalie's out of the cage. Oh, no, step back in. There's a penalty on the play.
And they're going to call a flag for a 3-second violation.
Yeah, and just looking down here, there was a sea of white shirts. There was a lot going on in this back corner patch on the near side, which certainly engaged the defence and opened up this space at the top. So let's see if there's a shot here for Sakal. Sakal in her left. Sakal now wanting to shoot, step down. Oh, and it's going to roll in.
The goalie had a piece of that.
Absolutely.
But sometimes that unfortunately isn't enough.
Yep, and great job by Sakal. 8-4.
I think Ice have done well to close the gap and I think have momentum swing a little bit in their way.
And their coaches are really happy. Timeout has now been called. I think that was a timeout called by the Lightning coaching staff. Any thoughts, Tash? At this
No,
point?
I think definitely I think Lightning started off with all of the momentum, but I think the Ice have just done well to kind of just swing it their way a little bit, had some great looks on goal. Their defense have been good for most of the game. It's sometimes a little bit demoralising when you're playing really good D and the goals still keep going in. So I think they've done well to kind of switch momentum a little bit in their way.
Yeah, I think if I was the Ice coach, I'd be very happy with the second quarter effort by the girls, just to, they were 8-2 down.
Yeah.
That's a big gap to close, but, you've got to keep your players' heads in the game, and credit to these coaches for doing that and not saying drop your head early. And, there is a long game ahead.
And I do like a little bit, the draws weren't going their way, so they're trying something different, and it looks like it's been working. So I think that's also good lacrosse IQ. If you keep doing the same thing, you're not going to get a different outcome. So great recognition by the coaches.
Yeah, and you can see the skip in their step at the moment. They're tapping sticks. They look confident, and they're going back to the centre there through the stick of McCallan. And I think she's got Gibson. Lightning don't seem to be changing much of their midfield. So Sophie Mead and Chelsea Francis on the circle, and I think it's Ava Gibson in the middle.
And
yes, it is.
That is a very nice draw control, however, straight to her teammate's stick. And she's running hard. Great defense though to force her down the alley and take away the shot.
Ball now making its way around. Ava Gibson with it on the far side. Now at the top there in the stick of Napoli. Napoli's got Mead to help if she wants. Francis could probably cut, but she's got the ball now instead. She wants some space. Sophie Mead with the ball at the top. Ava Gibson opening up a lane for her, and you can see she's taking it to a spot where she wants to drive from.
And she's very alone. The slide's got a very far way to slide.
Good recognition there of Ava Gibson to open up a lane, and then you see that Mead took the ball to where she wanted to drive from. That's so important as a lacrosse player. Shoot the ball from where you want to shoot it from, take it to your sweet spot and start your opportunity to move. And Mead now at the top with a shot.
And the defender had a check on that, was because I love it when you get a good piece of the stick. So great job on the defender not to give up and, get the stick out there, disrupt the shot.
Morgan bringing the ball back into play across to Mead now. Francis trying to cut off her player. Got Gibbons at the top as well. Gibson with the ball, trying to get inside, same little move, not on. Probably if she went in her left, she could go top side there. But ball with Rose Gibbons now at the top. Nice pick move there from not Ava Gibson, that was Chelsea Francis. Oh, shot and a lovely goal there from Ava Gibson.
And nice recognition as well, because obviously a bit of a flip on the top, nothing much was happening, and then the cut was just, she presented, stick up, great also feed straight to her stick, so her teammate only really had to catch and shoot.
And stick check on that one, and the shot is all clear, and that's
Endo. Endo says that's perfect.
And that's the 5th goal for Ava Gibson.
She's having a great game.
5th goal in a championship game, I reckon. I'm not sure if you'd pick an MVP early, but I might go early on Ava Gibson. There's so much happening here. You probably hear all the noise around us. There's just players everywhere watching this game. It's been such a fantastic tournament. 10 teams in the girls, 8 teams in the boys. It's been a time, and lacrosse is looking healthy as the ball is back in the centre.
And another draw control. This one a little bit over her player, so this one is going the way of the Ice.
Picked up by Carol. Carol going to carry. Good defensive pressure there from Francis.
And Wet is so low on her hip, so not to give away a penalty there. So great job there defensively.
And she's just guiding her out. She's been called for a push now, but I thought that was quite good guidance, I would say, to take her wide.
And way to use the sideline as your friend, push her towards the sideline.
100%. Good D. But ball now in the stick of Carol. Carol just working her way around. Shot. Oh, wow. Unlucky. Not sure if that was a save or a pipe, but nonetheless, it didn't go in. Ball now picked up there by Rosso.
And she did well, too, to pick up the ground ball. A little bit of, like a bit of a contest going on there, but, you know, she just kept her eye on the ball and picked it up.
Yeah, so that was Wilson, gave it to Rosso. Now with Sakal. Sakal at the top looking for something. She's now going to a spot she wants to drive from. Going back to the middle in her left, takes a shot, saved by the keeper. So Sakal did really good to go to the spot, put it in her left and backed herself to go straight down the middle.
She did also draw the 2 players, so like ideally there should be an open teammate as well. So they might just need a bit more communication there.
Yep, and here's Ava Gibson again with the ball being matched up with by Sakal. This is a fantastic matchup. Sakal very physical and Gibson just an athlete, so I'm enjoying this. Ball now with Mead. Mead just taking her time while the offense gets on the field. That's Romeo coming on the field for the Lightning, but Gibson wants to go.
Great team defense there. So she kind of slipped off one and just passed her off to her teammates. That was great job. Great work by the Eyes.
Ball now with Napoli and across to Gibbons, making its way around the offensive zone with Sophia Mead.
And she's looking to dodge here.
I reckon she is too. And there's a slide available with Rosso if she wants to use it. And there she goes. But not going to pull the trigger. Goes back to her left. Nice stick work by Mead. Got Gibson available. Great little two-hand player there, Mead. Liking what she's doing. Gibson seems to stay a lot in her right hand, and now she's given it across back to Mead. And you can see, look at the defense, ready to pounce here.
And there's a bit of a pick as well, so she just pushes her teammate over.
Ball with Keely Morgan. Keely Morgan looking for an opportunity. Madison Romeo making space for her.
And that's a great cut in the middle. The pass was a little bit late, but the cut was really nice.
And Ivy Merritt now to clear over the top of her teammate. She's going to run onto it. Picked up there by McCallan. Lovely move. And she's just going to push this. No one in front of her. What's going to happen? Oh, well, just when you're one-on-one with her keeper, what's going to happen? 9 out of 10 times. If you're half a shooter, you're half a chance. And she did a great job. Poor keeper absolutely left hung out to dry.
And she did well to change the level. So, you know, a high to low shot. So I think she did well to make the keeper think about where she was going to shoot. So great shot placement on that.
But just a transition ball from the clear, one-handed pick up and a carry. Just absolutely saw space and turned on the wheels. No one in front of her. Heartbreaking for the goalie. But just chipping away. It's 9-5. So Ice certainly in it. 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. As the rain comes down. That one didn't go high enough. Yep, and Ando's seen what we've seen. She's going to call a redraw. And I reckon Francis wants to draw over her shoulder, but it's gone high and forward. Sophia Mead trying to grab that one. She's going to hunt the ball now. Keeps it in play and picks it up.
And great running to get the ball into her attacking end.
Ball now with Francis. Francis has help to her right in Romeo. Decides not to use her. Romeo going to cut through to make some space. You can see she's saying, can you give me some room? Francis wants to dodge. Ball with Keely Morgan.
The communication from Ice is very good. You can hear them here from the sideline. Lots of, I've got ball, I've got help. So that's been quite good. And they're definitely playing on the 11, so nice and close and easy to slide.
Yep, and also look at their sticks in the lane. Ball at the top with Francis. Being guarded there by Rosso.
And the slide comes and recover.
There's a penalty on the play. And there's the flag there. So someone's going to line up on the 11. That's going to be Soph Mead.
And there you go. Ice just making sure that everyone is covered.
Ball now in the far back corner. No shot taken. Mead with the ball. 1 minute to go in the quarter. Wants to drive now. Sophia Mead trying to go topside. Little trail check from Rosso. Gets through. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful stick protection. And there's going to be a call into the body.
And Mead's had the ball on her stick for a lot of this quarter, so I think she might be hungry for a goal here.
Ice ready to pounce. We've got Romeo out wide here. Mead takes a shot, hits the
Bar.
pipe. Romeo going to back this one up. Got to keep it in play. Good job by her. She's got help there in Lind if she wants to use her. Gives it back to Mead. Mead at the top now. She just needs to drive the alley if they can open up some space. Romeo needs to cut through, and so does Francis to give her the lane. But
A nice little pick there from Francis, but
and a
not
shot.
needed.
Lovely goal from Sophie Mead. Gets us to 10-5 as we close out the second quarter. The timer is up as well, so we are literally seconds away from half-time. Lightning with a 5-goal lead over the Ice.
And the Ice is starting with 4 in their defensive end again.
Good that they're making those changes and recognising when they need to play a defensive game. So smart work by the coaches. I'm big on the 4 and 2, so love that.
I also think sometimes you just got to change it up, you know, keep it interesting.
Yeah, and they've also put Ninnis in the centre there, and Chelsea Francis now trying to drive.
So Ice is offside, but for the meantime, I feel like I was going to say you keep going.
There's a push there on the play, so Sophie Mead is going to get the ball. She is just a ball magnet at the moment. Putting Sky McAllen next to the ball.
And I think if she looks across field, her teammate will be open as well.
Oh,
Goalie, so the keeper did definitely have a bit of a piece of that, but you could just see the stick wobble and it just goes in.
that was a lovely shot. She's certainly having a day. So there's quite a few players with a handful of goals here. That just trying to see how many that Sophie Mead's got now, but it might just be a second if my stats are right. It's 5-11, and I believe that is half time. So we will take a short break, and we will be back with the second half of this gold medal game shortly. You are watching the Australian Lacrosse Network. We're back for the second half of this championship game. Lightning versus Ice. Score is 11-5 in favour of the Lightning. My name is Shandell and I've got Tash sitting next to me as we excitedly bring you this game of lacrosse, women's field lacrosse. There's so much lacrosse now, I have to specify what lacrosse I'm talking about.
And I was going to say, it's really raining, so the players are doing great to keep the ball in their stick. So we're hoping for a great second half.
Tash and I are currently sitting in the commentary tent with an umbrella over our legs to keep the iPad and ourselves dry. And the players just playing in these wet conditions, but handling it well. Sophia Mead, anyway, she's just grabbed that one straight out of the air. And the rain is absolutely coming down on these players. Keely Morgan, I think it is her with the ball down in the back corner. She's been there all day, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was her. Ball now with Chelsea Francis. Francis looking for an option inside. Ava Gibson, not Ava Gibson starting to cut. That's Ella Napoli starting to cut. Ball now back with Sophie Mead.
And they're definitely looking to her for a bit of direction. And she's set up that, split two defenders, have a great save from the goalie.
She's landed on the deck and she's up. Ball now, quick transition here from the Ice Girls as the ball's being run down the field. Just trying to see who's carrying that one. But Sakal is trying to find her way down to X. She's got help across field in Persinger. Persinger now got plenty of space. One more pass.
Look, straight at the goalie. But that was very unselfish play though, so great way to see the open player.
Yeah, 100%. These girls are, particularly these Ice Girls, really looking for the one more option. And Sakal with the ball moves it across there to McAllen. McAllen now looking to drive, cutter through the middle, not there. Rosso at the top, gives it to Rosso. Got helping Carol if she wants to use her. Carol with the ball now. Also got Persinger as an option. Carol wanting to go.
Driving down the alleyway to make her way back into the middle of the goal, but the goalie saw that and that was a check to the goalie. And Rachel is calling goalie's ball.
So ball will be cleared by Nina Swaddling. Swaddling gives it to Francis. Francis gets a little bit of a push there, but play on's the call. Good check by Rosso to dislodge her. Ball on the deck to be won, picked up there by McAllen. Got a whistle on the play.
And I couldn't quite see what the umpire called there.
A hold, maybe? Alternate possession, maybe?
So it might have been that was maybe a simultaneous foul on both sides and it happens to go the way of the Ice for alternate possession to start off with.
So alternate possession has actually replaced the toss that we used to have in women's field lacrosse, which only got scrapped this year. So Carl now wanting to go, changes to her left, nice little skip step, decides not to shoot it. There's a penalty on the play, so there's a 3-second call, which will see Sakal line up for an 11-metre shot. And the penalty is on Sophie Mead. And she's got help there in Persinger if she wants to use her as well, and a player on the back corner. But Sakal wants to shoot.
And she shot that, unfortunately, no change in angle. And the goalie was able to save that and see that straight away.
Ball's rolled out of play there on that clear, and Sakal wants a quick start. She's got Carol and a player on the crease there with Newberry. Sakal with the ball. Backs to it, goes back to her left. Confident ball carrier, just weaving her way through. Gets right to the top. There's another flag.
Another
3
3
seconds.
So Carl does like a bit of a goose step. So
yeah, she does, doesn't she? I like what she does. I like watching her.
And this time she didn't run it in. She just took one step down and just shot it from there. I think she likes that shot.
She does. You can see the energy behind the little stick tap to her teammates. But that was a beautiful shot just on the inside of the pipe non-stick side. It looked really nice. I wish I could shoot from the 11 like that. I'm someone that poops the bed on 11-metre shots.
They're not everyone's cup of tea, and I think that's fine too.
And I'll get 3 or 4 and I'll be like, all right, I'm going to sink this one after getting, so many free spaces or whatever. No. Maybe it's confidence that I'm lacking. Anyway, we're back to the centre. And Ice still chipping away at it. 6-11 in favour of the Lightning. plenty of time left, still 10:45 in the third.
And with that not quite high enough. Oh, they're
Legal
going to call a legal
procedure.
procedure instead.
And ball is going to start with Newberry.
The only thing I can think maybe happened there is that her first action wasn't up.
Yep.
So
And so Newberry now carrying in her left, goes back to her right. Seemed almost running into a Lightning player there, which was Ava Gibson. Sends it to Exeter. Carl presents, shoots, no backup.
that was a nice look, though. Way to find. Oh, they're going to give her a card, I think, for a dangerous shot.
For a follow through? That's unfortunate. So that ball's going to go the way of Lightning. I thought she did a great job to cut from X
I agree.
and present.
And she kind of got the separation between herself and the defender and then had a shot. So maybe a bit unlucky on that call, but sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't.
Chelsea Francis going to start with the ball now. Has Sophie Mead out this side. Decides to go to Ava. Not Ava. It's Jade Mossop on the far side. Good defensive pressure there from Persinger. Persinger now just letting her know she's around. Keely Morgan wasn't able to grab it but picks it up off the ground. No problem. Good defensive pressure by the Ice player. And again, Persinger just making sure everyone knows she is around. Ball now deep in the back pocket of the field, waking its way through X in Lightning's offense. Little exchange happening. Ava Gibson with the ball. She loves to drive from here. She's got Sophie Mead at the top, who also doesn't mind a drive.
That was great defence there. Way to force her out.
Sophie Mead looking for space, sends it across the field there to Francis.
And Ice have to work really hard because they're a woman down now.
They're in a zone, so the Lightning girls really just want to be moving the ball, but Sophie Mead wants to... Oh, wow. I thought she was going to go. There was a flag on the play, so I thought she was going to drop the ball. Instead, she just passes it over to Chelsea Francis, and Chelsea Francis stings the back of the net. Lovely goal there from the Lightning players.
That's a great connection between two mates. You can see that they've obviously been playing together for a little while, so that's always beautiful across the sea.
And very unselfish. Like I said, I thought she was going to drop it and try and line up on the 11, but she just passed it over and confidently shot there by Francis. It's 12-6, 8.5 left in the quarter. Shout out to Lauren Hunter watching from Williamstown as Sophie Mead grabs that one from the draw. And across to Francis, our last goal scorer, and there's that connection again. Ball now with
And the card has
Napoli.
been released as well.
It's Carl just sneaking back onto the field, but she's been seen by the defender from the Lightning. Keely Morgan with the ball, sends it across to Francis. Sophie Mead just making space for her. She gives her the ball now. And Francis, this is a driving spot.
Especially because she's so far out. I think she likes to have a bit of a step on her defender.
Yeah, and here she goes now.
Over
Going
the
top
top.
side.
Great crash, though.
There's a flag on the play. She's going to line up on the 11.
And nice control to pull that out.
Yeah, smart move. That was a good crash there from the Ice. But gives it to Ava Gibson. Ava Gibson now in her sweet spot where she likes her drive. So just trying to catch the defender off guard. Little
Step over the top. That might be, say, too far, but way to pass that on. Give someone else a go.
And back to Sophie Mead. Sophie Mead on her left. Is she going to do the same move from this side? Chelsea Francis just cutting for her. Nice little bit of movement there from Keely Morgan as well to keep moving off ball and engage her defender. And now she's opened up free if Sophie Mead wants to use her, but Sophie Mead looks like she wants to go to cage. Little
Great
check.
check by the defender.
That was nice. And ball now in the stick of Ava Gibson. Gibson just wanting to chill a bit. Francis going to just almost a little weird little pick as Gibson's trying to get through. There's a flag on the play. And smart move there by Gibson to run to the space where she wants to shoot from. So the flag went, they was going to pull her back, but she went straight to the top middle. So she wanted to shoot from there, but she just wasn't able to pull that one off. Sometimes you can. It's just clever. She's going to step down and shoot it.
Crash by Ice, like way to get there.
Good save by the goalie, picked up there by Gibbons. Now with Mead across to Francis. You got Francis, Mead and Gibson all on this side. Gibson starts to cut away.
They're definitely not hurried at all, so nice patience. Although it would be good to see some, maybe a bit more off-ball movement on the other side. So, just movement to keep their defender guessing so they can't really turn and help and be the slides.
Sophie Mead looking to set up her drive again. From her right left goes to her right. Now bumps it on to Keely Morgan. Keely Morgan being a really good outlet, and she's just doing a lot of the little 1%ers, engaging her defender, just being available, taking away the pressure from the ball carrier when they need it. And there she is again, just ready to help out. So.
And she was looking for the cut. I was going to say the cut was there, but I don't think the pass was quite on there. She probably held a little bit too long and passed too late. So, but there's no damage done because it's come back.
And there's Keely Morgan again with that little outlet, just playing her role really well. She's confident carrying the ball, and she just relieves the pressure and gets it into the shooter's stick. So
it's just good teammate, being a good teammate, knowing that you're always there.
And Francis just directing traffic. Gibson now with the ball at X. Needs to cut it and make some space for her. There's a lot of players on this side, so not really an ISO opportunity for her as she drives the ball back down towards X, and there's a 3-second call, I think.
And I think a little bit, maybe just a bit of recognition, realising that if your player wants to come up behind goal, just cut through, take your defender away, give them a bit of extra space.
So Gibson again with the same shot from the 11s we saw a few seconds ago even. And she sends it across the field. Because Sophie Mead had no one on her, and now the ball is at X with Napoli. Napoli just going to carry. And gives it to Gibson. Gibson now wants to do that little roll dodge move that we've seen a bit of today. Another penalty on the play. And Gibson going to get that back at the top. Is she going to send it? It's outside the 15, so she's not.
I was going to say, I think she might be looking out here for a pass, but there's a lot of Ice players in front of her.
She's going to give it to Mead. Mead now being guarded there by Carroll. And they're just really being patient with this offensive set is the Lightning as Mead looks to go inside now. There's a penalty on the play again. And Mead going to line up on the 11.
And she's got a good angle shot there, so one of the top 3 hashes there.
She's got Gibbons on this side of the field at the top of the fan too, but she's stepping back now. So obviously she wants to play that high post role. Oh no, now she's going to step inside. Trying to give it to Gibson. Finds Gibson's stick.
And she did well. Both defenders kind of left to go towards the ball carrier, and then she just kind of presented to the backside, stick up, and it was a beautiful feed to a teammate who just finished. That was great lacrosse to see.
Yeah, little doorstep feed to Gibson, and Gibson just keeps marking up the stats for the day. I think that's Gibson's number 6.
Also, that was a long time to play defend, so I was going to say Lightning really made sure that the Ice worked for it every single minute of that.
Ball back at the draw. Francis going head-to-head with Newberry. Ball to be one on the ground, picked up there by Mead. Mead's got Francis in the middle, and she's seen her too. She's going to turn on the jet. She wants to drive, I reckon, and she's going to shoot it over the top. She's got back up, no problem. Ball going to stick with Lightning. Ball at X with Francis. There we go, Morgan, the outlet. And there's a flag on the play. There's a what's not a 3-second call? I don't know.
I think maybe that was across the body for a little bit earlier on in the play.
Regardless, we're going to see Mossop line up at the 11 metre.
Lightning got a lot of people behind the goal, so they might want to consider maybe putting a couple more people on the fan for an outlet. Not on the fan, even just a little bit outside the fan, but
Got Mead lurking on this back corner, but I think she's going to shoot it.
oh,
And she does. So she hits the pipe
and
and
then it
bounces in, ricochets in. Nice goal there from Jade Mossop. And she gets a marker on the board, her first of the day. Just under a minute to play here in the third. Lightning with a 7-goal advantage over the Ice. So looking good, probably thinking about having one hand on the trophy. But I said that in the last game, and the pendulum swung. So
I feel like it's never over until the final whistle goes. So until then,
yeah, don't call it early, Shandell.
don't you play for every goal. But I do agree. I think momentum's definitely been in favour of Lightning. So just mostly from draw controls, they've been quite good. Like gotten most of their backups. So I think, yeah, Ice really have to try and disrupt here.
Yep, and they've taken Gibson out of the centre and put Francis in there for the last couple, but they're still competing really well for the ball. As I say that, the ball is picked up by McCallan, and McCallan's going to push this one. She wants to go, wants to shoot over the top. No problem. There's backup on the play. Bomar going to bring that one back in. And Ice just organising their offence now. You can see there that Mossop is wearing Sakal tight. She's managed to get Freezer. Shot taken. Sakal now grabs it out of the air. She looks to step inside. And that's time. Oh, Sakal, she should have just sent it. She faked it. But lovely control. And we're at the end of the third. It's 14-6 in favour of the Lightning. And 1 quarter to play.
Yeah, I don't think Ice really had the ball in their attack much that quarter, so I'm hoping that's something that they can change this quarter.
Yeah, some very famous surnames in both teams. I'm just looking around here and I can see a Morlang, Carroll and a few others that have had some big lacrosse careers. So good to see that that lacrosse families are strong in both camps and obviously all across Australia. We were talking about it earlier about the amount of families that are lacrosse. Tash, yours brother plays, so you've got that connection.
My brother plays. My
And your husband?
plays, yes.
You met as lacrosse players, right? Or was it
We
school?
just happened to go to the same high school, so...
Where lacrosse was?
Where lacrosse was, so, yeah. But no, that's right, my brother played, and then occasionally if we need some people, I've roped my mum and my dad into playing, but I would not necessarily call them lacrosse players. I think they probably just felt bullied into playing, so...
They are avid fans.
I have to say, like, my parents do like to support us, so shout out to my mum and my dad.
Do they know you're commentating today?
No, they don't.
Oh, you didn't even tell them.
Send them a little snippet of my call out.
Well, you're doing a great job. And we're about to start the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere after this game, lacrosse fans, because we have the Warriors and the Phantoms going head-to-head in their championship game. Again, another Vic SA clash, and I'm here for it. I think because I'm not that emotionally invested. that I'm like, I can really enjoy the call. As much as I wish WA was playing, I am non-biased, sitting here across the week.
And it looks like they're putting Sakal into the middle for the draw control. So interesting to see what comes out of there.
And you can just see Gibson and Mead having a chat. They've obviously noticed that the draw has changed and they're talking about where they want to draw the ball. So I'd say that Gibson's wanting to get it in the direction of Mead. But they've also got Francis on the other side and she's doing a heap of great work too.
They've just had, like, it looks like a mini lineup that just connects very well. So I think Lightning have done that very well to play a good, player relations and kind of teammates that connect.
Ball is drawn high, tried to flick it the way of Mead. Ball on the ground to be won, and she's going to pick up the ground ball and immediately charge her way down into offense for the Lightning. She's going to slow it down a little bit, gives it to the top to Francis. Got Napoli available. Napoli might want to cut to open up some space, but she's actually going to give her the ball. And then there's Keely Morgan waiting to help out here again. Gets it across now. She's going to give it to Gibbon. She sends it back to the top. And there's Ava Gibson now. Probably could have picked just to not...
Or even maybe a flip there would have been a good opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Because they were relatively close to each other.
And ball just... I don't know if they're just taking time out of the clock. But they're not in a rush. Mead now trying to get inside. Tried to hit the pass. Wasn't able to. chase up. Great ground ball and run there from Chelsea Francis to go after that one. And Ava Gibson now.
I do like that. Like, if the pass doesn't come off, you don't stop till the ball's back in your stick. So
Yeah, really great second effort there by the Lightning girls.
great defence by the Ice, though. Like, 4 players there to kind of, crash, push her back out. So that was great D. So they're looking here for the ISO. And the slide goes.
Yeah, good
Great
slide.
defence, great defence. And unfortunately a 3-second call. That's unfortunately, I think, a penalty that you're just going to have to sometimes give away if you're sending the slide. So there's not really much you can do about that.
I thought the defensive pressure was really good. And I think it was smart decision making too by Mead to pull that ball out. She saw the slide was coming or the crash was coming, and here she goes now with a shot. And a lovely shot at that.
And I feel like, why would you want to shoot with 3 people on you if you can shoot with no one on you?
Yeah,
so
100%.
Great lacrosse IQ.
100%. And they're just going to check Sophie Mead's stick. Got Rachel Boys at home texting me saying the Brighton girls are slaying. Of course, Rachel's going to say that being a bomber herself.
And also Rachel could definitely give us the numbers of her Brighton girls so we can give them a shout out. So we know which players she's referring to.
14-6 in favour of, 15-6 in favour of the Lightning. 13 minutes to play in the quarter. You can hear the boys team starting to warm up for their game after this one.
And great draw. And this one is going the way of the Ice.
And ball being carried down the field there by Bomar.
And great defensive pressure there. As soon as she caught the ball, the player was there. And there's a flag on the play. So it's going to go back to Ice.
Yeah, McCallan's trying to get inside there, wasn't able to. Defensive pressure came from the Lightning, and we'll see McCallan line up on the 11. I don't know if she's looking, if that's a shooting, like she's looking to shoot. Looks like, I don't know if that's a set up to shoot or a set up to pass.
I think she's shooting that one.
And
yes.
She's shooting it successfully. Beautiful goal there from Samara McCallan.
And I think this is probably what Ice needed, is just, a draw control win, a goal, and hopefully like they can keep the momentum going. They need, I think, a few more, but just one goal at a time.
Yeah, and that was good leadership by McCallan too. Obviously, she's a senior player in this team. I don't know anything about her, but from what I'm seeing, she's certainly been a leader today. And these girls are just getting absolutely soaked in this final and still battling it out because there is so much to play for.
And I think you work hard all week to get into the 1v2 match, so you want to make sure that you don't leave anything in the tank.
Yeah, Ice have put Ninnis in the centre draw now up against Francis.
She almost had that though. Maybe just, wait for Ice to come up with that.
And that's McAllen again wanting to push forward, trying to free the hands, actually fades out to the side. And some good D there from Mossop. Ball now in the stick of Persinger. Flipped out. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but ball's on the ground to be won.
But good hustle to get it back.
Yeah,
though.
Second effort was awesome, and she's got the ball in her stick. She's got a player at the top. She's seen what I've seen. That's Bomar. And they're just going to try and set up some offense here. She's in her right, so she probably wants to go to the middle, and she does exactly that. Great save by the goalie.
I think if she would like to have that shot again, she would do, I think, maybe a different shot. She kind of shot it right at the goalie stick side. But in saying that, she did well to beat her player. Just maybe shot selection, something she can sort of change for the next one over.
And good D there. I thought that was good D from Wilson, but referee disagrees with me, and I'm not a referee, so I'll take their advice.
Oh, missed pass. Oh, but luckily still goes the way of the Lightning for them.
Romeo with the ball, just carrying.
Great defence there. Just need to make contact and keep the contact on. But way to slow down that fast break.
Francis now with the ball. Dylan, I haven't seen her today, but she's got the ball now. She's got help there at the far side. Now Francis.
And the cut, a great cut.
Gibson wasn't able to shoot it, just fell out of her stick. Picked up there by Bomar.
Unfortunately, her own player set a pick for her, but that's all right. Still goes the way of Ice.
Gemmell now with the ball, sending it backwards across the field to Brand. Brand trying to carry. She's going to do just that as she runs the ball down the middle of the field. Run, pass one, pass two. good defensive pressure there by Keely Morgan to just slow the play down. So I don't know if it was an intentional professional foul or she just made contact. Regardless, she stopped the momentum of the Ice Girls.
And sometimes that's all that you need, so your actual defensive players can get back into the hole. And great look, great shot.
And again, that we see Samara McAllen lighting up the back of the net. Beautiful goal there from her.
And I was going to say, for that way to sort of present, call for the ball and finish. So changing the angle, great job.
We've got a 15-7 game, so it's like we say, the game is certainly not over, and Ice have got some momentum. The change is being made at the draw, and then just the fight that the Ice have found in this last quarter in their defence to grab those ground balls and take the opportunity. Got Carroll going into the centre now against Gibson.
And great draw. It did go into the ice stick, but just couldn't quite corral.
Picked up by Mossop. Mossop wanting to push this. She's got a double team coming.
And she's got a lot of space behind goal there.
McGregor with the ball across to Keely Morgan. Romeo now trying to open up an option. Keely Morgan with the ball still across to Gibson. Gibson's got Mead. Mead being guarded tightly here on the bench side by Sakar, so not giving her any space.
And that was a push.
So Keely Morgan going to get possession there. Shyla Carroll with the penalty.
And she's outside the 15. She can go.
She sure can, and Carroll's going to go too quickly. Good check, dislodges the ball. Ball on the ground to be won. Ice have certainly got some fire in their belly. Newbury going to carry this one down the field. Sophie Mead just running with her, looking for an option. They've got a player down behind in that fast break opportunity. She needs to step higher, but that's okay. They've still got possession, no problem. Newbury now. Newbury trying to get inside, wants to take the shot, takes it. They had a flag on, no problem.
And the goal stands.
The goal absolutely stands. 8-15. This last quarter comeback by the Ice has been pretty awesome.
That's what you want to see, though. Like, I think you don't want to see a team just give up. So it's definitely not over till the whistle goes. So just keep playing, one goal at a time.
So much happening down at Alderbury Park this afternoon. If you don't want to come watch lacrosse, come for the shopping. There's heaps of great merch to buy. Still lots of lacrosse to go. Like I said, it's just a bit of a wet day. The Ducks are happy. And ball back at the centre. Drawn high.
Straight up. Way to dislodge that stick. That was good.
There was certainly an offside. And Ando has seen what we've seen. Ball's going the way of Boma and Ice. Wow, great pressure there coming from Gibson. Now Francis. And they're just going to carry Carroll now. Carroll starting to look for an option down low. Going to carry behind.
And so she's definitely carrying in her left hand. So I think now she's definitely on the side that she wants to be.
And looking to dodge and get inside, trying to free the hands back.
Oh, great
to Carroll. It's a penalty.
That's a bit of a shame because I think that they probably, had the open girl there, but.
Let's go on!
And play to line up. I think that is Boma lining up on the 11 for a shot. Goalie is set. Whistle goes. Boma takes the shot off the pipe.
Unfortunate. She had a great shot though.
She really did. McAllen able to grab that one off the deck. Going to carry it round. Sees
great
a player in the middle.
She can be happy about that. That was beautiful teamwork. And you can hear the crowd's very happy about that.
Absolutely loving it. The goal scorer there Just trying to see, I thought it was a number 12, but they don't have a number 12, so maybe it was Bomar. Regardless, ice are on here. 9:15, 5 minutes 52 left in the game.
Fire away, girls, keep it moving! Fire up, lads!
So it's been a little while since it's been in, oh, they're calling the umpire over for the stick check, so. And, oh, they're just checking the other side as well.
Looks like all
It
clear.
looks all clear. I think it's always nerve-wracking when they're checking your
I
stick and
know.
they take a long time.
Well, they asked for backup. Ooh. As there's a timeout has been called. So quick little timeout, 5:52 to play.
And 15-10. There's definitely still plenty of time to get 5 goals.
And like I said, the game after this, Warriors versus Phantoms. So you might see a bunch, if you're watching along at home, you might see a bunch of green and gold umbrellas floating around. That's because they have been, oh, sorry, it was number 18 that scored that last goal, and that was I don't want to say.
Napolitano.
Yes, thank you, Tash. So yeah, a lot of green and gold umbrellas floating around. They were actually donated to the club through our sponsor White Arch, and then they've obviously been sold on this week to the guests here at our games to stay dry. So great job by White Arch Realty to help the club out and help us fundraise.
And what a great merch idea, because you always know it's going to rain at a lacrosse tournament. So
And you know what? Looking in front of us, we're the only one that doesn't have the Wembley umbrella. That's okay. It's nice. It's nice to be calling a game at a home, you know, like for me, a home club tournament. So ball is drawn.
Great draw, and it's now in the attack for the Lightning. The ball hasn't been here for a little while, so it'd be. Oh, she's got a lot of space in front of her.
And she does. It's Mead versus Sakal. Ball now with Romeo. Gives it across to Gibson. I do wonder if the coaches of the Lightning have to start taking time out of the clock. So they don't look like they're in any speed to go. But now Ava Gibson turns on the jet, so I could be very, very wrong. She's taken the ball really, really wide, and
She's looking for an option, isn't she?
there's Francis trying to get inside. Not there.
And it looks like Mead's being face guarded.
Ava Gibson trying to get
And
underneath.
the draw, ooh.
Saved by the goalie, picked up by Gibson, gets her own scraps.
Ooh. Okay, umpire's calling a push there.
And that will be McAllen to take that penalty.
It is self-start, but the defender can't go before the attacker, so...
Keely Morgan with the ball now, down at X. Now, McAllen again putting pressure on the ball carrier. Francis now with the ball. And Francis wanting to go.
Over the top of 2 people.
Way to
And
hold the ball.
Nice work.
And she enjoys that one. She weaved her way through and then just freed her hands and bounced that one past. Lovely goal there from Francis. She's been really good today.
And I think for the ice, like, they were there, they just have to make contact on the hips and then stay, keep the contact on. Like, they kind of just let her bounce off a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's Francis' 4th or 5th goal of the afternoon. So she's come to play. They've had some big game players out there today. They're 3 middies, which has been Mead, Gibson and Francis have just been absolutely phenomenal. But they're all doing work across the field, and then that's probably why they've got this 6-goal advantage at this point of the game. 3:42 to play. Newbury in the centre there for the ice. Ball is drawn in the direction of Mead. Gibson going to pick that one up, so she drew it out and then ran and chased it down. Good effort there from Gibson. Sends it across to Mead. I would say now they're trying to take some time out of the clock as the ball goes back to Mead, but she's being guarded there by Carroll. Now with...
There's no option for her, so...
Look at the space that Mead's got to drive into. Here comes the double now, the crash. The player's going to come. There's a free space call.
That's unfortunately the only downside from sliding from like low to high is that you're probably going to get called for free space.
I reckon Mead is going to take this shot. No, she's going to pull it out. And you can hear some of the spectators saying that they're just trying to hold the ball. And Gibson now trying to get inside. So she's not done yet. Ball down on the ground, picked up.
I was going to say, though, like her teammate down the bottom was open. Oh, not sure if that was a... oh, no, they're calling that a pass.
I was going to say, I was not sure if it was some kind of weird quick stick, but that's going to be a ice ball. 2:16 to play. Ball on the far side there with Carroll.
And I think they might going to just try and run it out of defence. But a bit of pressure. I was going to say that Lightning player definitely could have pressured as well, not just leave
Morgan to carry the load.
And
Morgan doing a great job to slow her down. Ball now down in the back pocket here for the ice. Now at X, 2 defenders on her is Carroll. Carroll gets past. There's a whistle on the play.
And they're just taking the defender back. And the ball carrier as well.
You've got McAllen lurking, and she has been dangerous in this last quarter. Now she's got the ball. I expect that she's going to, she's going to drive.
Great crash, though. Like, way to get 4 people there. But they just need to recover.
Ball with Newbury now. Finds a cutter inside. Wow, and a late goal there. Persinger gets fed from the top. And just able to grab that one on the crease and put it past the foot of the keeper. So just... getting one more on the board to bring the score up to 11 for ice. Timer is starting to, has stood up with the clock. So we are pretty much
almost out of time,
almost out of time, which means Lightning can start to celebrate. Though their coaches look so composed. Tasha Skuse and Stacey Araviakis. Ball has been drawn, redraw, Ando's made that call. Could be the last draw of the day, but when I say that, someone scores and then we get another one.
Straight away, yep.
Within seconds. And there we go.
That goes straight up as well.
Ball on the ground.
And that goes the way of Lightning.
Yeah, Gibson just going to run it. Trying to get inside. You can hear players saying lock them off. Sophie Mead with the ball now, about 10 seconds left on the clock. Although I'm not sure if mine is matching the game clock. Sophie Mead just holding it out wide now, gives it to Keely Morgan.
I was going to say, if I was Ice, I would definitely pressure, be in a full red here. Maybe even send the double.
Or send the goalie out as well to play. Ball with Keely Morgan. I've got 0 time on my clock, so any second now I would expect the final whistle to go. And Keely Morgan gives it across there to Napoli. Napoli now wanting to drive. Good defensive pressure there. I think that was Carroll guarding her. Now just trying to get inside is Francis. You can hear the ice coaches saying lock off to their players. Gibson now with the ball. Sends it across to Mead. Little unlikely fumble for her. She's being guarded there by Brand. Looking for one more to Gibson. There's a penalty on the play. Shot! And Gibson from Mead to just about round out the game.
And I'm a little bit surprised that they still went to goal, especially considering, like, you know, they're up by so much and the call from the coaches is keep it out. So, but I mean, sometimes you want a goal and you really want a goal.
The thing is, Tash, I did say this will be the last draw of the game.
That's true. Just to prove you wrong, that's why.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear me. Hopefully not. But nonetheless, I am incorrect, and we'll go again back to the centre. I can still see the timer with the clock, or the bench official with the clock in her hand. Whistle, illegal procedure. Ball's going to go the way of Lightning. Ball now with Francis.
And Edwards here needs to present for her. Nice job. And cross it over. Great carry.
Edwards now with the ball. Good defensive pressure there from Morlang.
And she needs some of her, I was going to say, there is Lynn there presenting to be an outlet, but that probably needs to come a little bit earlier.
Mead with the ball out wide. Carroll stepping up to play her. Francis to her right. Got to cut off the adjacents. Timer still on the bench. Clock going down. Whistle about to go. And there it is. Lightning run out winners of this U15 National Championship. 17-11 against the Ice. Great job by Lightning. Awesome job by Ice. Just not their day today, but they made it to the championship game. You can see they are absolutely devastated, and the Lightning girls just so happy about what they have produced today. Fantastic game of lacrosse by the Lightning girls. Their connections on the field, like I said, their midfield, an absolute powerhouse. And I think a lot of the work that they've done has certainly served them really well, as I could see the Northern Warriors just come past us with their little boombox speaker to get ready to play their last game of the championship. So with that in mind, we will wrap it up there. Tash, I will say thank you for all your effort today, supporting me here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Of course, to Blake running our production team, you've done a fantastic job. But don't go anywhere. Very shortly, I would say in about 15 minutes, we are going to play the boys' championship game. So stay with us. We'll be back very soon. You're watching the Australian Lacrosse Network.